Hi, my group and I decided to discuss the harmful effects of early class times. My name is Ty, and for this introduction, we discussed students who decide to take later courses throughout the day are more likely to have better grades than those enrolled in morning classes. Early morning classes have negative effects on how students are able to process information, making learning much more difficult. Therefore, courses shouldn't be as early as 8 a.m. The audience should care because as students, it directly relates to them and how they perform in school. Agenda. We discussed need and our digital project. Our digital project, it consists of us interviewing many students that live within the dorm that have early morning classes and the effects that they have to go through. We spoke about satisfaction, included visualization, action, and conclusion.
Let's go.
Hi, my name is Christian Tooley, and today I'm going to be discussing the negative impacts of early classes and the impact that has on the students. So first, according to Dr. Diane Zuckerman from the Center for Research, many children during puberty experience a shift in their biological clock. This shift causes students to stay up later into the night and then sleep longer into the day. And when you combine this with that students are recommended to get at least 8 hours plus of sleep a night, it makes it very hard for students to get up to classes that start very early in the morning. But students don't really have much of a choice in this matter, as schools all across the country start at generally 7:30 in the morning or earlier. And because of this, students are not able to get the recommended amount of sleep that they get per day. And according to Dr. Zuckerman, this can lead to kids being tired in class, mood swings, and even lead to potentially obesity. And what I've said above was for middle and high schoolers, but the same and more can actually apply to college students. According to Josh Logue of the Inside Higher Education, a 2008 analysis of 13,000 Clemson University students showed that students did poorly in earlier classes and generally performed better in classes that started later in the day and had better grades. And according to Paul Kelly of the University of Nevada, a survey of 190 students that studied the relationship between sleep and cognitive function showed that students struggled to learn in earlier classes, and as a result of this research, Paul concluded that classes should generally start at 11 o'clock in the morning or later. So all of these reasons that I've listed above and more show that we really need to take a harder look at classes and the times that we schedule them in the morning and really focus on how we can best make sure that students are getting the recommended amount of sleep that they need per day. So next we're going to take a look at our digital project and follow.
Okay, so this semester I unfortunately signed up for an 8 a.m. class, and it's been a pain the entire semester.
Class at 8 a.m. and it makes the rest of my day. I'm so exhausted and tired. I'm so tired all day, which makes me struggle in my classes on those days. And I'm so exhausted and tired, and I don't look forward to Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, or Thursday nights because I know I have to wake up early the next morning to go to my 8 a.m.
Entire semester. I've had to wake up at 7 o'clock every morning just to get showered, to get breakfast, to go to a class that I could have scheduled for a later time.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and I'm going to examine some of the solutions that are going to stop some of the negative impacts of early morning classes. So the first solution would be to eliminate just the early morning classes completely. And many high schools and middle schools across the country have already done so, and they have really experienced the positive impacts of that. Students like it because they actually get their recommended sleep and are more alert in class, and teachers like that because their students tend to participate more and are just more involved in class and more excited to go to school. So essentially it's a win-win, eliminating these classes. And then the next solution would be to create a common hour, which is kind of similar to eliminating them completely. However, Lake Superior State University has originated this, and basically it's starting all the classes instead of at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And they created this common hour to basically get students more involved, trying to get them to do more extracurricular activities. For example, they were really into student council, so that LSSU really wanted to get their student body into student council and student government, so they created this common hour in hopes that the students would utilize that accordingly. But also, something positive about this is that students do get more sleep if they wish to use that time to just sleep and relax. And so really the president himself of the university has said that he has not heard any students complain, and it's really been a great thing for the university as a whole. Essentially, this common hour just creates a free window and an extra hour in the day that students don't already have. And then, now that we have those two solutions, we can think about some of the visualization and what this would actually look like if you put it in place. So first, with the later start time, instead of having students really tired and just sleepy in class as seen above, students will be more engaged, participate more. As you can see, the student is raising his hand, really being involved. And so instead of having students really sluggish, which you see a lot in middle school, high school, and college classrooms in the morning, they'll be more alert, engaged, and productive. And really, teachers have also enjoy this because the attendance is higher. So instead of not having a big audience, I guess in early classes, more people are physically involved because there are less absences. And also then the second thing to visualize would be the common hour. And so as you can see, instead of a student being sleepy, they can either get more rest or have more time for homework or any of the extra activities involved. So this common hour just is an extra way for students to get sleep and be more productive throughout their day. And then clearly having, as I stated, all these solutions are plausible, and it's obviously easy to visualize why they'd be so productive and great. And so now Christian will discuss the action that really needs to take place in order to make all this possible and to wrap everything up.
So next, we've discussed many reasons why we should remove 8 a.m. classes, and even some of the many solutions to this problem. But the most important question is, how can we take action on this issue? So the most important thing you can do is petition your local student government or even your local college administration. So for example, the University of Kentucky has, of course, the office of the president, but as well the student government through the Student Government Association. And for this position, you could always run for the SGA Senate or many other positions that they have. And by running for the Senate, you can give the problem a larger audience and give it a voice as well. And that's kind of what is most important about issues that matter to you. We're reaching out to others and discussing a topic that matters to you. So next, we're going to hear from Ty about our conclusion.
All right, so in conclusion, early morning classes have negative effects on how students are able to process information, making learning much more difficult. Therefore, courses shouldn't be as early as 8 a.m. The possibilities that we discussed about how this should be improved, such as common hour, that's a way for students to relieve stress. It gives them a chance to recuperate everything that's been on their mind. It's a refresher of the day. So not only does this benefit the students, it also benefits the teachers as well. From personal experiences, I've had teachers come in early morning and they weren't necessarily prepared to teach the class as well as they would during the afternoon. Same with students. They come in, they're not prepared, they're not looking at the lessons on their laptop or anything, but staring in space. Also, what Christian has mentioned about running for student government and everything, that's also a way to change. All this being said, it's a very good idea for classes to start later throughout the day. And it's also very possible for other universities such as this one to carry out this task to help other students.